Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Build a Zoo, where we are continuing to spiral our way across our zoo, adding in even more animals and even more fantastic, beautiful new exhibits. I have to say, I'm really proud of some of the places we've been building, especially this one. Look at how freaking cool this looks. Our savannah area has plenty of room for our elephants to roam, for now. And I actually wanted to check in on them and see if they had enough space. They have plenty of space, so I think even as the wild antelopes and the elephants continue to roam, they should have enough space in here, even when we finally get my hands on my precious, precious giraffes that I really desperately want. And I wanted to check that because it is about time to start unlocking some more of the new animal trades. And one of those trades is actually for minks. And the minks actually are going to need to have a little bit of jungle space. So I was trying to figure out if we should turn this into a jungle or if we should leave room for it to be savanna. I'm kind of thinking it would be fun to maybe do a little bit of a mix. So what we might do is we might focus on like developing this top half into another jungle area, maybe expanding the peafowls section quite a bit. We could put in another waterfall or even two because the waterfalls are amazing. Put in a section for the minks. And then we could go ahead and maybe just kind of eye up this section as a potential spot to expand the savanna area in the future. And I think over here to the right, we're definitely going to leave enough room for the savanna to expand if it needs to, because the elephants might need a lot of room, especially when we start getting some crossbred hybrid elephants. But all right, so that's kind of my plan right now, is to make room for the minks so that we can go ahead. Whoops, what's this? Yay, a worker leveled up. So that we can go ahead and make room for the minks from Greenland. And doing that will actually let us have another trade checked off out of the way, and hopefully another new animal available from the Greenland Zoo. Also, anything available here? No, nothing that we want at the moment. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna buy this land. There we go. And then I think we'll go ahead and just straight up change the shape for the peafowl right now and give them a little bit more room to roam. I think I will kind of do this. There we go. I like trying to make it an interesting shape. And it connects there and gate there, and there they go. So now they have more room to play. And then we'll go ahead and we will turn this area. I'm gonna block it off down here before people start walking around down there and making a big mess of my carefully organized areas. All right, we're gonna have a few vine trees. Thank you very much. And then I'm gonna come in and block off our elephantes with some large ferns so that I don't have people trying to like wiggle down in here. Okay, there we go. That should be good. And I was thinking the tapir could have an expansion up into this zone too, because the tapir really need a lot more room. So let me actually change the shape of their enclosure. Dun 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 dun. All right, careful, careful. And then I think we'll just come up right up in here. Can I continue? Yes, I can continue. Whoops. Okay, back up a little bit. Okay, there's the tapir spot. And then right here, because there's a subway right here. Boom! Look at that! So now the tapir have more room, which I know they really, really needed. And I still need to come in and fix kind of what our little jungle is doing. But I like the idea that people are walking through the leaves and the grass, and they'll come over and have more jungle on this side. I might put the subway right over here. And then people can start roaming around, and we'll have the mink area up here as well. So yay! All right. Oh, and by the way, I have not forgotten. Yes, people are coming to our little balloon shop. I have not forgotten about our CRISPR side of things. It's just a little trickier. Yes, the new panther variant is upon us. Sweet. It's just a little trickier to go ahead and do the work that I wanted to do over here, because you have to wait for the CRISPR to be finished and completed. Boom, new peafowl. And completed with its projects. So I'm actually going to clone one of the new peafowls There we go. And we're just gonna keep those guys going so that we can have some of the cool new Peafowls for the third variant type show up. And I made this enclosure over here, and we're actually going to go ahead, and when I'm specifically trying to breed for different variants, I want to start having them around the crisper so I can remember and see evidence. Oh, hello, Stephanie Starling. I hope you had a really great time. Twink. We'll have more people come to the zoo. But I would really like to be able to go ahead and just see the animals that I'm aiming for instead of having to rush back over to their exhibits and like dig through all of the others and try to remember what I was doing. So this is going to be dedicated to the Peafowls that we are trying to breed. And I'm actually going to do that in a bit of a tricky way. We're going to move Chocolate over here. Oh dear, this is not going to be big enough for my Peafowl. I might need more space for science back here. But this is meant to be a holding pen. I'm going to be 100% honest about that. You're not meant to have a lot of the Peafowl over here because now this one is too small, right? Well, I just want to see the animals appear in this habitat because what we're going to do now is we are going to take Chocolate, who is actually the female that we need, in order to go ahead and make the next type of Peafowl. We need the one, she has like these two little blue dots on her head, and then we need the base Peafowl to create the third type of Peafowl. So because I put them in this habitat, when I come over to the nursery and I go ahead and select them as a pair, whenever they have a baby, it will show up in here. And that's what I want. I don't want this to be a permanent habitat. I just want this to be a temporary holding facility so that I can come back in and I can actually see, oh, there's a new animal that's been born. Because there's been so many animals and they're all connected to so many habitats. I'll just remember the ones around the crisper are there so that I can work on trying to breed like those ones or show off a cool mix of the splicing that we have done. So that's why we have everything set up that way. All right, meanwhile to this enclosure. That's also why we don't have to worry too much. Like there may be no animal in here quite often because whenever there is an animal in here, that means that it's probably time to go ahead and to move said animal into one of the main habitats, but that's okay. And the enrichment items should be very powerful for our animals now, so we don't need to add too many of them. All right, now I'm gonna come in and we'll put in like a cool vine tree and a couple leafy ferns. Whee! And we're actually generating more electricity than we're using, and we are generating more water than we're using. Boom! And we also made another $1 million. Oh my gosh. And we are collecting some of the gas emissions, but not all of it, I think. I don't know if we're collecting all of the CO2 or not. I'm gonna have to work on that. All right. Nice. All right. And then I'm gonna come over here. I'll put in a little mushroom, maybe a big mushroom. And maybe I'll do a little mushroom patch. There we go. So this, I wish I could rename this enclosure, which I think is coming with like future updates. But this is just, if I see a Peafowl in here, I know it's from our Peafowl breeding project and I need to move them into a new spot. So that's what that is for. This one is supposed to be for the animals that we have crossbred and spliced. And they're supposed to kind of be there for entertainment of everybody. So we're gonna put down the decorations. The ones that I love with all my heart, but maybe aren't like super duper 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 cool. Like cool in the way where I want them to have their own enclosure, are gonna go into this section. All right, let's see. This might be a little small for our animals. I hope it's not gonna be too teensy. We'll do, should I do the wooden shelter? Maybe I don't need to do so many decoration pieces. Do I have all the shelter types? I do. Okay, we're gonna do mossy shelter. I just feel like we aren't gonna go wrong if I focus on trampoline. I'm just gonna remove the trampoline. We'll move the leaf pile up here. And I'm gonna put a mossy shelter back here. There we go. All right. And then I do want a few other enrichment items for the animals to play with. I want them to have a good time and be able to like jump around and be happy. Here, we'll put a trampoline back there. And then I'll add in, I mean, I guess I could do a water pile instead, but still. All right, we'll put in a fern and maybe a big tree. And then maybe a couple more simple plants. Like a little bit of long grass, because this is for my special geese. I love them, but I'll be the first to admit that maybe they're not as fancy as some of the spliced animals we could actually work with. All right, so let's go ahead and grab those geese, those silly like geese capybara. Like Rosie here. So we're actually going to move Rosie. Curly, my capy Bricken, my capy Bicken, who a capybara chicken. I need to release some fairy armadillos. That's kind of like the running theme for today too, is that I just need to release a ton of fairy armadillos. All right, so there, now we have some of our spliced animals who's like actually quite attractive. I think both of them have a lot of attraction points because spliced animals get a lot of attention. So hopefully people will enjoy coming and looking at these guys. I'm gonna actually put up a couple signboards. I'm gonna put a signboard there. People don't actually physically look at the signboard, so having the signboard anywhere is fine. And I think I'm gonna have like a decoration. We love our zoo standee. That people have to walk past, like right here. There we go. And then I like there being like notice boards for the sake of imagining that people have to come and like learn a little bit about these different animals. Because I think it makes for fun. I could do a little Aztec sign over here if I wanted to. I'll do that for now. Yeah. And there's like little log plaques that we could say people are like learning a little bit more about the animals at. It makes publicity go up at least. Then I could put in some decorations. Even like a little mini fountain if I really wanted to. I feel like pandas are popular enough to deserve their own mini fountains. I do want to go ahead and maybe do some, oh, let's do some bonsai planters. There, that looks so much better. I like that. We'll use this kind of motif to sort of set up a area to like have an information spot and then some bonsais. And then I still need to fill in some of these places I've left open for decorations. And I do want to fill this in maybe with the panther extension, or maybe with going ahead and being able to have another small habitat that's just meant to hold an animal. Oh yeah, this person likes our spot. Woo! Oh, and they need to sit and also get energy. We'll work on that. But all right, guys, so that's taken care of, and now we still need to come over and take care of the minks, like I said we would. So minks are gonna need a tropical habitat. I think we'll leave enough room for people to see the peafowl on this side too, which means coming over to decorations. Oh, I think the giant tree is almost done. You guys, yes, okay, we can actually get the giant tree now. So the giant tree, 18 points. What does it do? I can't wait to see. And then there's a peafowl bush and also some themed lampposts, which would be great for us. And the fry shop. We finally found the freaking fry shop. Oh my word. I think that and then one shop over here and one shop over here are the last ones that we are actually missing. And I would love to see what those turn into. But right now I have a very essential, like, all hands on deck important moment in my life. Because we have the giant tree. Where is it? All right. Is it not over here? Oh, interesting. A lot of these are still locked. There's so many things you can unlock. Oh my gosh. All right. Is it in this spot? It's gorgeous. It's everything I've ever wanted. You guys, look at it. Oh, I'm putting this sucker everywhere. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. This is happening. This is absolutely happening. We're having this giant tree all over the place. I'm going to be putting it like on either side of these jungle falls. We'll have a spot where people can try to walk in over here. I might need to leave a little bit of room so that we can maybe put like a sign or something. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is fantastic. on either side of the giant tree, I want to go ahead and have, let's see, the fountains. That might be too much. I really want to have like two. Okay, I wonder if I can turn. Okay, we're gonna turn. Hello, employee. That's wonderful that you leveled up. Thanks for letting me know. I apologize, but I'm kind of focused on this right now. Oh my gosh, you guys. Giant tree, and Jungle Falls. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and put this one right here. And then where is my beautiful, glorious giant tree? Yes! Oh my gosh! Behold! Oh my gosh, I love it. I really love it. Okay, do I want to give it... I think I want to give it a little bit of space on either side. So we're going to move these like so. Oh my gosh, my employees are leveling up. I'm just going to interpret that as them being super excited about giant tree time. Thank you very much. Oh, this is so thrilling. This is the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. All right. And we're going to put this down. There we go. All right. And then, yeah, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the savannah in a while. All right. Got to cover up all the Peafowl spots. Have to figure out where I'm going to put, maybe under the giant tree, or like maybe behind it. I might put the subway system behind it and make people, like, force people to walk around it. No, I'll probably put it down by the Peafowl. It's probably the more practical location. And then we can see about at least building where the minks are gonna go. Oh, there we go. We'll do this. Excellent. Oh, and I might have to have a few of these giant trees because, just gorgeous. I love it. I absolutely love it. Here, and we're gonna go ahead and around the giant tree, we're gonna put a bunch of this edged grass. Like so. I think we can even spread that under. Oh, that's so pretty, you guys. And we'll just have this lovely garden spot that I hope people will enjoy. And then we'll see if we can make enough room to even have a small, teensy tiny little spot for the minks that will kind of curl up along here. Is that going to be big enough? I don't think the minks need a very large territory, so this should potentially be big enough for them. So we'll give them that spot. I want people to be able to, like, walk up. Ooh, the Aztec map. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I want people to be able to, like, maybe walk up here and see that. And then I want some vine trees behind it. Look at my giant trees. I've got multiple giant trees, as many as I please. Maybe I'll put another one down here. Why not? Why not? All right, and is that a good spot? Okay, I'm gonna have to move it down one more. This is where I would come and spend pretty much the whole time. I know my beloved husband Chips would know, like, oh, that's where we're gonna be eating our picnics. That's gonna be where we're hanging out. Because this is just so fun. All right, and I don't know if the edged grass actually counts as a path, but we're gonna put it down. I go back and forth on that because I can never tell if people are moving faster when they're on it or not. All right, we'll do this. And I think I'll take it, well, we'll spread it back there. All right. And then we'll do like so. Like so. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll figure it out from here. I could probably stick somebody in the middle. I think I might maybe put the orangutans down here, like in the middle of this section. I think that would be really beautiful to have the orangutans have lots and lots of room and space where they could relax and breathe. So with that said, let's get the minks on the way here so we can see what Greenland wants to trade. We have had some issues with poaching here. Designer fashion brands have been sending their agents to try to steal our minks for their coats and slippers. I have decided the safest thing to do is to donate them to a safer place. Oh, Greenland Zoo, bring them to me! You can have Freckles, my 4-year-old armadillo, and I shall take these tiny little minks and give them a safe place. I knew you would do the right thing with these minks. I trust you to never open a coat factory and start farming them for their fur, right? Right? Ironically, you could do that. if you wanted to be that kind of person in Let's Build a Zoo, your morality is something that is quite adjustable. And then turkeys! Gobblers! Which should probably be the national bird of the United States right there. Very common where I used to live in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina. Oh my goodness, I love turkeys. But we trade those for a chicken. Huh. Well, we'll work on that. Ooh, there's a new type of seal. Okay, let's adopt that new type of seal and put it in with our other seals over here. Oh, we gotta work on our seal enclosure. So much to do. We could expand the walrus enclosure. Yeah, I really need to move all these Arctic guys somewhere else though. Like, that's kind of on my list of things that we need to do at some point too. But all right, guys, we have giant trees. We have a giant tree. We have the minks. I want to go ahead and see if we can actually work on doing that special trade for the orangutan and then putting the orangutan in the center of this area. Whoops, I need to work better on my welfare. That's a whoops-a-do. Definitely need to work better on my welfare. And I think I almost forgot. Boom! We have got more Peafowl! Which means we can actually set a second pair of Peafowl to trying to crossbreed. Yes! We have a whole new Peafowl! Yes! Okay! We actually need to wait on getting another gobbler Peafowl in here. There we go. I'm gonna add another one over here. And then we'll wait so we can clone that Peafowl when it is ready to go ahead and... Oh, the pregnancy process is almost done. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna be a little evil. Just a touch. I'm sorry. But just a teensy, teensy, teensy touch. Alright. The pandas have produced another Peafowl, and then we're gonna come over and we're gonna just gently... I'm sorry. Skip the nursing program. There's the baby. Here's Skeeter, the new Peafowl, and we needed to do that so we can go ahead and we can actually grab Skeeter and we can try cloning Skeeter. There we go. All right, I'm sorry, Skeeter. I'm really sorry about that. Here, you just stay in there and then we'll move you around as soon as we can. And then we can go ahead and we can take these two. We could technically return them right now, but we'll go ahead and wait and see if they produce more Peafowl. But all right, enough of all of that chaos. If you guys could, do please leave a like for our giant trees. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.